Hi, it's Tara. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be using my new HTVRONT heat press. I'm super excited to show you guys officially and talk about the heat press. I also wanted to share that I'm going to be creating something that's near and dear to my heart. I lost a childhood friend of mine to metastatic breast cancer earlier this year of 2022. And I want to create a metastatic breast cancer awareness ribbon on a t-shirt in honor of her, and just in the month of October. I'm filming this in 2022, but this is going to be for years to come for people to create awareness ribbon for breast cancer awareness. So what I'm going to be using is going to be a unique material. I'm going to be doing glow in the dark HTV, and I have not tried this colored HTV yet, but it apparently glows in the dark, and I think it's gonna glow like the green glow, but we'll find out together. So I'm gonna create this project, and then this is the white one that will glow green. I'm going to be using this in the metastatic breast cancer official ribbons. Have three colors: a kind of greenish color, a bluish color, and then a pinkish color. So I'm going to be using this in place of what would be the green color. So just saying, I'm not totally following the format. And then I'm going to have a nice little flower accent in the design that I found on Cricut Design Space. I'm going to be using just some regular black heat transfer vinyl. So let's get to it. I'm going to pop all these materials in my Cricut Maker 3 today. I'm going to be using to cut out the material, and then we're gonna check out the new HTVRONT heat press. I'm going to be doing two different types of HTV. I'm going to be doing, or iron-on, I'm going to be doing glitter, and then I'm also going to be doing the glow in the dark. So we'll see how this all works out. Always make sure you check your blades before cutting. Make sure it's nice and clear. If not, you can use a cotton swab, or a lot of people like to use aluminum foil just to kind of stab their blade into, so that it's getting off any adhesive or debris that's on there. So I went over to my laptop and I was in Cricut Design Space, made sure everything's mirrored, and I'm going to go ahead and click the feed button to slide my mat with my material on it into my Cricut Maker 3 machine. I just wanted to pop into Design Space and show you how to do the multi-layers here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So I'm going to duplicate this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then I'm going to block out that black layer. Then I'm going to select over it, and I'm going to go in the bottom corner toolbar, and I'm going to select contour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide all contours, and it won't let you completely hide everything. As you can see, it's still selecting on that one. So I'm going to click this one. I'm going to start from the top and work my way around. So I'm going to deselect that one, make sure that one's gone, and I only have this one. I'm going to click out. So there's this part. Okay, that's what I want there. And I change color. I want that to be green. So I'm going to have that green. I'm going to take another one of the ones I duplicated. I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to block out the black. I'm going to select over it, go to the bottom toolbar on the right hand side, all the way to the right corner, click contour. And I'm going to hide all contours. And I'm just going to use that one. So I'm going to keep that one this time. I'm going to click out. And that one's actually going to stay pink, so I'm just going to leave it that pink color. And then I'm going to grab my next one. And on this one, I'm going to hide that black layer. I'm going to select over. Again, repeat the process. Click hide all contours. That is not what I want, so I'm going to click the things that I do want, and then I'm going to click on the thing that I don't want. So then you can see this ribbon part is what's left. We're going to select out of that. I'm going to change that to the blue color. Bring that up here.
And then I'm going to take my last one and I am going to just click off the pink. And then I've got my black flowers. And the reason why I duplicated it 4 times is so that I still have the original that I can reference. I hope this was helpful. Let's move on.
And just in case anyone would be interested, I am using MerryMade, the colored HTV. This is called Carnation Pink. It's 12 inches wide by 5 feet long, but that's still quite a lot of material. And if you're interested in trying these products, I will link them in the description. So you kind of click on the link and then just check it out for yourself and see if it's something that you guys might want to purchase and try. This one can be a little bit confusing. This is the shiny side, and then our not colored side, instead of having the same color all the way through, the back of their glow-in-the-dark colored heat transfer vinyl is actually like a whitish color. So this is the side that you want facing up, and then this shiny side, which is actually the color side, is going to be facing down. So just to share a little info, just to not confuse anybody. A while back I did use a bunch of slat bands. I ordered slat bands. I was going to use adhesive vinyl to label all of my slat bands, and then instead what I've been doing is I've been sticking the paper wrapper that says what kind of material it is on the inside. I'm not sure how I'll continue to do, but this is also just another tip or hack. Go on Amazon and pick up some slat bands. I will also try to leave a link in the description so that you can easily find them on Amazon and check them out for yourself. So all my HTV or iron-on has been cut using my Cricut Maker 3, and I'm going to start with weeding my projects. And if you're a newbie or a beginner, weeding is basically removing all the excess material that you don't need that's not part of your design. And when you're working with black or glitter vinyl, it can be really difficult to see. And I say vinyl, but I mean heat transfer vinyl or iron-on material is what I'm working with today. One of the hacks that I have learned over the years, and I don't remember where it originated from, is to just kind of gently take a piece of chalk and just kind of rub onto your design, and you will then be able to see the outline of the words or image. So there you can see, you go from not being able to see the image to being able to see the image to be able to weed it more easily. Okay, so I've already got this plugged in. It blinks on the power button just to let me know it's on. I don't think that's a defect. As far as I know, I kind of like that it flashes. I would prefer to turn off my heat presses, or not turn them off, but unplug them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on, and there's a couple settings that they have already programmed in here, and then settings that I've programmed. So I'm just gonna kind of see, okay, so I'm gonna do the 300 actually for 15 seconds, just turn that setting on to do the glow in the dark. So I'm gonna get my t-shirt ready. And there are all kinds of ways you can stick your blank into the heat press, because it does have the back bar back here. If you have like a sweatshirt or a hoodie or something like that, you're going to want to have that end sticking out here. Different sizes, you're going to run into where you might want to turn it sideways. Ooh, my actual pressing pillow is all linty, so I'm going to lint roll this. So, okay, so this is my HTVRONT heat press. You know, we're trying to show, I'm trying to show you like how the heat press is. Now, one of the things that I've seen other people comment on, and I feel the same way, I wish that just 1 more inch this would pull out. There's a shadow of about 1 inch where this overhangs, and I can't quite get to that area with my lint roller or with, you know, reaching in with projects and whatnot. So if I were gonna, you know, have a feedback to give HTVRONT for their next auto heat press, that would be one of the avenues. And then as far as like the background part, I haven't really ran into an issue with that so far, so we'll just see. And what I mean by background part, I mean like where the like hooded sweatshirts and stuff might get caught up in. I haven't done a project with those yet, so it hasn't become an issue for me yet, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna do a little pre-press. We're not quite to the temperature that we need to be, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that now just to get it ready. And I'm gonna lift it up and pull it out, and then it's done a nice press there. I'm gonna let roll again. Another thing is it's not easy to get to the heat plate, especially when you are like in the middle of using it and it's on, to like clean and make sure that that heat plate is clear of debris. So normally I grab my Teflon sheets and kind of throw those on there to protect it. That's another like kind of flaw, is that when I stick my Teflon sheet in there, I've been wanting to make sure that it's sticking out past the heat plate, because when I do turn it on, it's having a tendency to stick to the top. So we'll see if that happens. And then up here, this gray area is where the auto pressure part comes in, because it is going to adjust, and that's the part that they're talking about, the auto pressure. Okay, I have my first layer of my metastatic breast cancer ribbon down. I've got Teflon on there, and I'm going to push it in, and I'm just gonna do just a partial press for about just a few seconds. And then I'm gonna lift it up. I did about 4 seconds there. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna let it cool off just a little bit. See how that sticks on there? That's the thing that's frustrating to me about the HTVRONT. And then you don't want to scratch the heat press plate underneath trying to peel this off, but you don't want it sticking on there. One thing about this heat press, the top part is a little warm here. Around the edges, very hot. Underneath, obviously very hot, but a lot of the press parts on the outside are not hot, so that's a good thing. Now I just want to do like what we call the tack down method, where this is just down just enough, and then I'm going to do my next layer. So I got to line all this up here to make sure I've got my next layer in about the best possible place I can get it. And I'm going to peel off top layers. This layering isn't the greatest. Weeding my HTV glitter was not the greatest today, so it is what it is. Okay, and again, the tack down method, just a couple seconds. And I'm going to lift that up. Now, as far as lifting it up, you can push any button. It's a safety mechanism. However, I just have a tendency of pushing the start button, which is the green little R emblem that they have. I just let that cool off for a second, and then I'm going to peel it back, making sure that it is tacked down before I peel it up. And then having this Teflon sheet on there is nice to protect what you've already ironed on. Tack down the pink layer, just a couple seconds. Oh, probably a little more than I wanted to do. Okay, now for the glitter heat transfer vinyl, you're supposed to turn it up to 330. You know what, guys? I just don't want to destroy my glow-in-the-dark heat transfer vinyl, and I have already done projects where I've done sublimation on top of it, and that higher temperature does affect the glow-in-the-dark heat transfer vinyl. So I'm actually going to keep it at 300, press it for the full 15 seconds, and see if that's going to work and be good, and call it good. put my Teflon sheet over, and then I'm going to do the full press for 15 seconds, and I'm hoping that this is going to be good. It's going to lock down that glitter transfer vinyl or heat transfer vinyl iron-on, and it's going to do the full press for my glow in the dark, and everything should be good to go. Okay, and then the auto part, it lifts up on its own, and again my Teflon is sticking to the top, but I had a little piece sticking out. So that is a con of the heat transfer or the HTVRONT heat press. I'm really frustrated that my Teflon sheets are sticking to the roof of the machine. Okay, just let that cool down just a little bit. I feel like that is all on there. Nice. Okay, so here's what my little metastatic breast cancer ribbon looks like for breast cancer awareness. And again, I didn't have green, but this is gonna glow up green, and it is a different color of white, so you can see it. Layering with the MerryMade HTV glow in the dark. We're going to check that out in a little bit and see how that color is going to glow. I've never seen it before. This is my first experience with this, so we'll check it out together. What was actually pink and blue, and then the white. This is what it looks like. It's actually glowing. All the colors are glowing. So pretty freaking cool. I can wear this to a football game, and when it gets dark out, it's gonna glow up. So I love that. So overall, I really like the auto heat press. I'm happy that I made the purchase. I was one of the first back when it was in the Kickstarter program, and people were like afraid that it wasn't a real machine and whatnot, but it is very real. I did purchase it on my own. I wasn't gifted or given the machine, so everything that I say and share about HTVRONT and the auto heat press is completely honest. I'm always honest, even if I were gifted materials or machines. I'm honest in what my true opinions are. I'll always like to try to focus on the positive and also share my truth as well. And if you've seen other videos of mine in the past, I have had some negative experiences with my Cricut machines themselves, and I've been very vocal about that, but I am still a Cricut user. I have a Cricut Joy, a Cricut Maker 3, and a Cricut Maker machine, as well as a Cricut Mug Press, and gosh, what else do I have that's Cricut? Lots of Cricut materials, heat transfer vinyl, adhesive vinyl, smart vinyl. I'm, experimenting with other brands like MerryMade and Siser, and I'm trying to think of what other companies. I'm expanding my horizons and trying new things. So if you want to continue to follow me on my journey of crafting and creating and trying to share my knowledge and experience, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And most importantly, if at any point you find benefit in the information that I share within my videos, I would love for you to hit the like button. It helps my channel and it helps support me, so I always appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any more questions, I will definitely do a more broken down, specific to whatever questions you guys have for the HTVRONT auto heat press. And if not, I've already pretty much shown what you needed to see, then fantastic, give me a like. And until next time, make sure that you check out another one of my videos.